Hey class, Mrs. Gilling here, and I'm going to be your psychology teacher this quarter, and I'm super excited about it. Before I let you know the nuts and bolts of the class, I want to let you know a little bit about myself and about my family. So this right here is my husband Ethan. He owns a construction company, and he grew up in Colorado farming, and so has a lot of outdoorsy stuff inside of him. He's a super fun guy and a great dad, and just pretty awesome to have around. I am Mrs. Gilling, like I already said. I graduated in 2014 from BYU. Go Cougars. We love BYU football around here. Always exciting when football season comes around. Also, really I ride a unicycle, so that's pretty cool. And I really like to just play games and sports and just have fun. And I love teaching you guys here at I Succeed. So that's a pretty fun passion. And I've been teaching here at I Succeed for like 6 years. So it's been a bit. These are my four kiddos. So I've got the youngest right here is Hunter, and he is almost 2 years old. And he's the lone boy, as you can see, of the group, but he absolutely adores his sisters. The boy's got moves. He loves to dance, and he loves to sing, and he loves to play sports, and he loves to eat. You want to become that boy's best friend, you just eat. And he loves to smile and just make everyone happy. Our youngest girl, is Parker, and she's almost 4 years old. She's missing her two bottom teeth because when she was just a little kid, she fell and knocked them out. And so she has the cutest toothless smile around. But she's our feisty kid, super feisty. Will tell you what's up, but she's also very very funny. And even though she's feisty, she can be kind. She'll just come up to me and be like, "Mom, I love you." So she's all right. We'll keep her around. Then we have Skylar, and she is 6 years old and in kindergarten. She's a super smart kid. She taught herself her alphabet, how to write her letters. One day I went outside and she was with chalk just writing all the letters, and I did not teach her that. So, how did you do that? So, super smart kindergartner. She's a prankster. On April Fool's Day, she put syrup on our floor outside our room, so I got stuck. So, pretty funny kid, but we definitely love her. And then our oldest is Taylor, and she is 8 years old in the second grade. She really likes hanging out with her friends. She's totally our social butterfly, and she's very kind-hearted that way. And she just likes all things girly. She's definitely our scrunchy girl and our pink girl and our nail polish girl. So those are our kiddos, and there's one more member of our family. This is Heidi, aka Princess Poodle Pants. She's our standard poodle, and she's about the same age as Taylor. She'll turn 8 this year. And one fun fact about her is that she burps. I don't think dogs burp that often, but she does all the time. She'll just come up to your face and burp, and it's kind of weird, but it's also kind of funny. All right, well, that's me. Let me tell you a little bit about the course. So here's some of the assignments that you will have. Actually, all of the assignments that you will have. So checkpoints, if you've been at I Succeed, you know what these are. They're usually at the end of lessons, and they help you review what you studied to make sure you understand what's going on. You get 3 attempts for each checkpoint. So if you don't get the score you want the first time, please just take it again. Study a little bit, take it again to get the score that you're hoping for. And honestly, if after the 3 attempts you still need help, let me know, and I'll usually be able to reset another attempt for you. Discussions throughout Psychology B, there are 8 discussion prompts. Please refer to the discussion rubric to be sure you are responding to each prompt correctly in order to receive points. If you don't receive full points, I'll give you some feedback in that rubric, and then you can go back and redo it for a better score. Just let me know when you redo them so I can make sure to grade them. And the biggest thing is making sure that you answer all of the questions in the prompts and that you're using at least 3 complete sentences. Those are probably the biggest ways people lose points, is by not using complete sentences and not answering everything. So like if it says, tell me this and why, don't just tell me the why part as well. There are also exams in this course, so there are 2 of them is all. There's not a ton. So there's one at the end of Unit 3, and there's one at the end of Unit 6. So the Unit 1 exam covers Units 1 and 3, and then the second exam covers Units 4 through 6. I do only give you 1 attempt on the exams, but if you are reading all the material, completing your focus notes, doing well on the checkpoints, you will do well on them. And plus, as an added bonus, if you complete your focus notes assignments and you earn at least 80% on them, I will give you a 10% boost on those tests. So on the focus notes for units 1 through 3, if you do all of them, earn at least 8%, I'll give you a 10% boost on that grade for that test, and same with the second test. So that's kind of a bonus there, which actually brings me to the focus notes. So I know that we don't love notes, right? Like sometimes it's a frustrating thing, but because there are only 2 tests in this class, it's really important to take these notes because if it's your study guide. It's going to give you the answers. If you just have your focus notes out while you're going and you fill it out, then you're going to do really well on those exams. Plus, like I said, fill out those focus notes, and then I'm going to boost your grade. So it's a huge help there. And I'll have some video instruction later on that will tell you how to fill them out. But make sure you're doing those assignments. And they're worth 10%. Projects, there's 2 projects in the course. One is in Unit 2 and the other is in Unit 5. And I will give you some video instruction on those as well to make sure you understand how to do those. I give you multiple attempts on the project. So again, when I grade it, I'll leave you feedback. Look at that feedback, make changes, resubmit it for a higher score. Not a problem at all there. Video assignments, they're worth 10%. They're very, very simple. You're going to watch videos that teach you about either concepts or assignments, and then you're going to answer short questions about them. So pretty easy, 10%. Make sure you're doing those. And the last thing are workbooks. You've probably seen those as well. They're worth 10%. They're questions that you answer throughout your lessons. You have an unlimited number of attempts on those. I don't even have to reset them. You just keep going. So get 100% on all those workbooks. Do that for me. And if you have any questions, reach out. Speaking of, here's some ways to reach out to me. Here you can see my Bitmoji. Go team. So you can call me on the phone. I know a lot of people don't like to talk on the phone, but feel free to call me if you need to. You can shoot me a text. You can send me an IM through the Google chat feature. You can email me. You can come to my live office hour if you want to. It's on Tuesdays at 8:15. If for some reason you want to meet and that time doesn't work, let me know. We can schedule another time to meet up and I can answer your questions. Carrier pigeon. Okay, maybe not that one, but really probably the best way to get a hold of me is just send me a quick IM. Be like, hey, Mrs. Gilling, I have a question about this. If I can answer it right there in the IM, I totally will. If not, I'll say, hey, can we schedule a time to talk and do a video conference? So that's how you get a hold of me. Right now, what you're going to do is complete the video assignment. So you're going to send me an IM through Gmail, through the Google chat feature there on the side. If you don't know how to do that, let me know. But send me a Google chat message letting me know your favorite hobby and your preferred name. So for instance, if your name's Michael, but you hate being called Michael and you want to be called Mike, tell me Mike. And if your name's Susan and you just want to be called Susan, be like, Susan's fine. So preferred name, favorite hobby, and then go ahead and complete the quiz that's in that video assignment. There's 2 questions on it. The first question is going to be, did you send Mrs. Gilling an IM? And say yes or no. And I will check, so make sure you're doing it, because if you say yes and I go back and you didn't, I'll take your points away. And then the second question is just, what questions do you have about this course? And you feel free to put your questions there. You can also IM me your questions if you have them. All right, that's the course. Let me know if you have any questions, but I'm excited to work with you. Thanks, guys.